That one was really good. I would definitely douse french fries in that. And I mean, I'm scared already because it says extremely spicy. It's like straight fire to the throat. Oh man, just when I thought I was okay, I'm not. Hey guys, welcome back to The Daily Departure. If you are new here, I am a Chicago-based flight attendant and I make flight attendant travel and lifestyle videos. If you are new, make sure to subscribe to The Daily Departure and also hit the bell icon so you get notifications when I'm posting new videos. Today I am embarking on a spicy journey. I am doing my flight attendant version of Hot Ones. If you are not familiar with Hot Ones, it is a video on YouTube basically where a celebrity sits down, eats some spicy chicken wings with different hot sauces while getting asked questions. So I decided to do my flight attendant version of Hot Ones. I have a selection of 8 different hot sauces in front of me and I have my vegan chicken wings coated in hot sauce. So I'm going to be eating 8 different chicken wings and answering some flight attendant or lifestyle questions that I asked on my Instagram a couple days ago. So basically how this is gonna go is I have my least spicy hot sauce on this end all the way to the hottest one that I have on hand, which is very hot. And I think I've only tried like 2 of these before. There's a thing called the Scoville Rating, which basically gives each hot sauce a different number on the Scoville Rating scale. We are starting out with the Louisiana hot sauce, this guy right here. This is a 450 on the Scoville Rating. Okay, so I'm gonna eat this one and then we'll get started with questions. So far, a normal amount of spice, nothing too bad. It is a cayenne-based hot sauce, and I feel like it's really good to just top with any old thing that you want to throw some hot sauce on. It's pretty neutral. I feel like definitely something you would probably want to eat on like chicken wings or something like that. Not too spicy. First question we are going to answer is, how long have you been flying? I have been flying for 3 years now, and I've always been based in Chicago for the past 3 years since I started flying. I've always been based in Chicago. I like it here. It's great. Yeah, I've been flying for 3 years. I just actually hit my 3-year anniversary about a week and a half ago, so that was really exciting. Okay, super easy hot sauce and a super easy question. Let's move on to the next one. This is the Ancho and Maritza Humble House Smoky Tamarind Sauce. This one I'm super excited about because I love tamarind. I grew up eating tamarind candies and stuff when I got to travel to Mexico, so I'm excited about this one. Ooh. That one is so good. I definitely taste the tamarind. That one was really good. I would definitely douse french fries in that. Okay, really simple question here. Favorite layover? My favorite layover is probably, I really like New York. I definitely think that's one of my favorite layovers. Obviously, it's a gorgeous city. I love cities. I live in Chicago, and I just think like what's not to love about New York. It's a fast-paced, crazy, iconic city. Definitely hands down one of my favorite layovers. Also, that one was as well a 450 on the Scoville Rating scale, so not too bad. A little bit higher, we're going to 2,100 on the Scoville Rating with the Valentina hot sauce. This one is kind of your classic grocery store one. They have their regular one and then the extra hot one, and of course we wanted to amp it up a little bit, so we went with the extra hot. This one was made with a pepper from the Jalisco state in Mexico, which is where my sister was born. I'm definitely getting a little bit of spice now. After I swallowed it on my palate, it's definitely staying in my mouth with the spiciness, where these two, I definitely had more of the flavor. After I had it in my palate, I'm getting hit with a little bit of that spiciness, and I'm just gonna drink some water to get it out of my palate. Next question, favorite plane to fly? I honestly feel like my answer to this always kind of switches back and forth depending on maybe how much I'm flying on one versus the other. I definitely would have to say my favorite one to fly on is the 787, not only because usually when I'm flying on it, I'm going to an international destination. It's also just super easy to fly on. Also, I have a cut on my finger and the hot sauce definitely got on that cut and I'm starting to feel it now. Yeah, if you have any cuts on your fingers, hot sauce is kind of like getting like hand sanitizer on your cut, where it kind of stings a little bit, which is funny because when we get to this one over here that's super hot, my sister was watching me put the hot sauce on them and she was like, do it with gloves, this one's really bad, don't touch your eyes, don't touch your face. And when I was washing my hands, I had another cut on my hand and I was like, oh, you were right. Oh my gosh, it was so spicy. It literally like burnt my cut on my hand. But anyways, back to that story. 7'6" was always kind of one that like had my heart, but that one is retired now. So bye-bye 7'6". I will miss you and your forward galley. Absolutely loved you. Now I'm not flying, so I will definitely miss being on literally an airplane for the next couple months. Next one I'm going to be trying is the Chicago hot sauce. It's the red hot jalapeno. This is one that I was really excited about because Chicago hot sauce. I mean, I definitely have some city pride living in Chicago, so this one I'm pretty excited about. One of the bases for this one is also apple cider vinegar. It's definitely a lot more runny than some of these that are a lot thicker. So let's go ahead and give this one a bite. I definitely am not getting a lot of spice out of this one. I can taste the jalapeno, but I'm also noticing right now there's like jalapeno seeds in it. So I think the spice really comes from if you get a seed in the bite. So I have that jalapeno undertone, but it's not super spicy. This one was 2,800 on the Scoville rating. So just a little bit higher than the Valentina hot sauce, but definitely packing a different flavor profile in the Chicago hot sauce. Next question I have asked here is favorite airplane food. My favorite airplane food, I definitely like one of the meals that we have in first class. I'm kind of torn between two. This is on the domestic route too, so we like cycle between these same meals pretty frequently. If you're flying first class a lot, you'll see them a lot. I really like one that we have is enchiladas. Either that or we have this one dish and it's called a Southwest lasagna, which at first sounds maybe weird, but it's like a lasagna with kind of like the Tex-Mex flavor, like Southwest, a little bit of spice. I love that dish. I think it is so interesting tasting. I think it's really good. It's almost like an enchilada, but in lasagna form. And I want to quickly note before I get into the next hot sauce, my fingers are starting to burn. Like, I'm scared to eat this one because just it being on my skin hurts. Like, this is crazy. Okay, it's about to get a lot more intense. So the next one we're gonna do though is the El Yucateco, and this one is 5,790 on the Scoville rating scale. This is another one that's just kind of like your grocery store one. I guess maybe not all grocery stores sell this one. This kind of is one that I feel like I've seen in Mexican restaurants and stuff before. I feel like it's just like a classic, like decent priced one, and it smells pretty good, so let's go ahead and try it out. This one's definitely starting to get on the hotter scale, and you guys, from this one to this one, I will tell you the Scoville rating, but it is a steep jump. Like, this has been a steady incline. I'm scared for this one. I can definitely taste the habanero on my tongue. It's definitely sticking in my palate, kind of making my mouth water a little bit. I'm not dying or anything. It's really not that degree of hot where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm literally dying. Also, I did put a decent amount on all of these. I mean, it was probably like at least a half teaspoon of hot sauce on each of these. But yeah, this one I'm definitely tasting in my palate still, and I have that hot undertone. Like, I mean, if I had like drenched it in this, I definitely would be more like, oh my gosh, it's so hot and it's burning my mouth right now. Okay, but next question that I'm going to get into, also the question that I have for this one, I think it's gonna be the one question that you're probably wanting to hear, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to speak. These are gonna get much hotter and I'm really scared for it. Okay, so the question that I have following this one is, what do you guys do when you are sitting on your jump seat during a flight? Now, this definitely varies from person to person, and I think from flight to flight, because sometimes you really don't have any free time. What I usually like to do, honestly, is just talk to my crew. I think that's what keeps me the most entertained because it's very engaging and it's just really fun to get to know someone for, you know, like a day trip or a 2 or 3 or 4 day trip. You become like really bonded with the crews that you're working with, which is one of the aspects of the job that I really like. Also, I find it really hard to read books or anything on the jump seat because, in all honesty, it's really hard to get focused in a book sometimes because people really do like come back and ask for like food or snacks or beverages or like ring their call lights. They want headphones. You really do stay busy during most flights, so it's really hard for me to read a book or anything because I definitely lose focus between passengers or other crew members trying to talk to me. Usually if I want to do something a little bit more mindless, I will play my puzzle game on my iPad. But I definitely know flight attendants who just like read books and stuff, and they're perfectly happy, or they're like very easy to get in and out of a book once they get like distracted or like have someone come and interrupt them. But you know, everyone kind of does their own thing. I usually talk to my crew members. That's my favorite thing to do on the plane. But let's go on to our next hot sauce. And let me just tell you the Scoville rating before I even get into it. So we went from 5,000 to 116,000 on this guy right here. So I'm a little scared for it because, like I said, I really do have like a decent amount of sauce on these. This is the Aka Miso Ghost Reaper hot sauce. And I mean, I'm scared already because it says extremely spicy and it has 5 flames on the front of it. I think this one's gonna be a pretty spicy. I'm gonna smell it. It smells really good. I'm getting like a little tinge of spice in my throat. Okay. Should I be scared?
No,
Dude, I went from 5,000 to 116,000. Oh, okay. Ready? Yay.
Don't swallow it too fast.
It didn't hit me till I swallowed it. It's like straight fire to the throat. It's actually not that bad. Like, I don't feel like... I'm not gonna speak too soon. I feel like water makes it worse. This is definitely one that I'm like reaching for, like the milk. This is almond milk, so I don't even know if that helps, but we're gonna do it. I feel like it's passing. Oh wait, no, I went out of order. Okay, I just realized I put them down in the wrong order. It's hitting me right now. I'm scared, I can't do this one. I think the more I'm breathing, it's like the more it's like bringing the heat through my mouth. I regret this. Wait, can I cry? You said it wasn't that bad.
No, I like regretted eating it.
For the next one, I don't think I can answer a question. It's like a tear is gonna come out. I want this heat to go away. I'm just gonna answer a question so I can distract myself. Oh my gosh, it's getting worse. Next question. Can you read it for me? The less speaking, the better. Okay.
What is the most difficult part about interviews and the applications that you have to submit for airlines?
Let's talk. I'm doing a little better. Okay, I can answer this one. Most difficult part about the interview process, I think, would be the competition. Usually when you apply to be a flight attendant, you're in like a pool. You're like one of like so many people. I don't even know the numbers. I think it's like 100,000, a couple 100,000. It's a lot of people that apply. So I think that's definitely one of the most difficult parts. It's like when I speak, it gets worse. But just making yourself stand out, I think that's definitely part of it that is hard. You just got to go for it, though. I think that's probably the best advice I could give you to deal with the most difficult parts of it. And then interviews, I guess showing up and being confident. I think that's really a hard part of the interview process for me, was just being like, okay, you have to be like confident in your answers and you have to know that you are qualified for this job and you are a great candidate, and just give yourself the confidence to accomplish what you need to in the interview process. I actually have a video on what to do during your face-to-face interview, or what to expect, what to wear, what kind of questions they might ask, and the way they have you interact with other people during the interview. And that is going to be live on my channel soon. It's part of my So You Want to Be a Flight Attendant series, so definitely go ahead and check that out. If I haven't posted already, I will link it up above. Also, right now the airlines are not hiring because of everything that's going on with quarantine and you know that stuff. So I filmed this video actually way pre like COVID-19 stuff, so it was a lot more relevant. Airlines were interviewing at the time that I did it, but I just haven't posted it yet because of everything that's going on. But I will post it eventually because it's I think a very good resource if you are going to be applying and interviewing. Now we are going to go back to the hot sauces, and the one that I'm super excited about, this is the Lucky Dog Year of the Dog Thai Chili Pineapple Hot Sauce. This is the one I want to try because I love pineapple things. I have pineapple salsa in the fridge right now. Like I said, I mixed these two up out of order. So this one's only 29,000 on the Scoville rating, which is a great relief to me because this one wrecked me. Let's go ahead and eat this one. I definitely am not getting the spice just yet, but I think it's going to come soon. Definitely if you're into Thai chili and spicy and pineapple, This is a good one. That one was definitely not bad spice-wise. I mean, this one completely obliterated my throat and my taste buds. This one was good, but I'm actually glad that I mixed these up because it was very hard to answer the question in between these two. And the question that I'm going to read now, I think, is like the burning question of the day that definitely I've been asked before, and I actually have a story with this one. So I'm going to read the question and tell you the story. Okay, last question of the Hot Ones Hot Sauce Challenge is, have you ever caught anyone joining the Mile High Club? I don't know why people are so obsessed with this question. Definitely get asked it a lot. Generally, absolutely not. Like, no. I do have one story though, and it was one that happened on a trip that I was flying on. It wasn't me who interacted with this couple. So basically, I was number one, so I was working up front, and the number 2 or 4 went out. I can't remember what position she was. She was flying in the back of the plane. Now, in the front of the plane, we have 1 lavatory, 1 bathroom. And then in the back of the plane, we have 2 bathrooms on a 737, and they're right across from each other in the back by the galley behind all the passengers' seats. So this flight attendant was back in the back alley, and she witnessed some couple trying to join the Mile High Club. The couple was sitting up in the bulkhead, which is basically the first seat of main cabin on that plane. So they were in row like 7, and they went all the way to the back of the plane to try to go in the bathrooms. The flight attendant in the back was completely oblivious to what was going on, and this passenger, the male, started walking back to the bathrooms, and he kind of like stood and looked at her and then kind of looked between the 2 bathrooms before the flight attendant say, oh, you just push it like this to open it, because typically people don't know how to open the bathroom doors on the 7-3 with the push door. So she was kind of doing that like courteous flight attendant thing where people look confused at the door and you're like, oh, you just push right here. And so when she did that, the door opened and there was a lady inside, and the lady was like, oh, and then the flight attendant was like, oh, so sorry, just make sure you lock the door. Like, okay, this random person was going to the bathroom with the light off and didn't lock the door, because when you lock the door, the light goes on. So she was like, oh, so sorry, lock your door. And then it's like, here, sir, go ahead and use this one right here. Like, go ahead, go in. So the guy went into the bathroom. Neither of them still locked their door. And then were in the bathroom for like a hot second, and then walked out and awkwardly like looked at each other and giggled and were like, and then walked back all the way to the front of the airplane to their seat. And that was when the flight attendant was like, I think I know what I just did, what just happened. So she like went and saw where they were sitting and noticed that they were sitting together, and then told the rest of the crew to be like, yo, this is just what happened in the back of the plane. I think I totally just like stopped these people from like trying to join the Mile High Club. Totally on accident, like really didn't mean to do so. And this is where they're sitting. So of course my crew and I were like, well, we want to go see what they look like and like see if they're still embarrassed or whatnot. So I definitely wanted to like go scout them out to see like who they were. And they basically were like this younger, like probably mid-30s age people, and they were in like business attire, like almost like business casual, I would say. Honestly, to the degree that we were all like, they looked like they might be like co-workers, and they weren't like a joint party, like their tickets weren't booked together, which I know sometimes families don't book their tickets together, but they weren't booked together, and they looked like they were just coming from like a conference for a week and like traveling back to their home like in between their work conference. So we were like, this is kind of interesting. So I mean, maybe they literally were just both going to the bathroom. I don't know. I'm not them. I'm not necessarily gonna make assumptions, but I'm also gonna assume, because they definitely were awkward and giggly, and when they were getting off the plane too, they were like, bye. So yeah, that was really entertaining, and that's my like literally one and only story I have pertaining to that. That's my burning question and my answer. Now let's get back into the last hot sauce, and the one that I'm the most afraid of. We are going with the bomb. This one on the Scoville rating is 135,600. So like slight increase from this one. You know, I'm actually gonna switch these right here because they are not correct. But yeah, slight increase there. I'm really scared about this one. Also, this one 100% is the one that has been burning my fingers this whole time. I had my sister grab me chopsticks because I don't want to touch with my fingers. Okay, look at how much hot sauce I have on that. Like, if you don't trust that I'm really just about to wreck my mouth with this one. We're going in full force. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Oh, also, this one was made with pepper extract, so that is how they get like more bang for your buck with this heat. I'm scared, okay. I'm scared, okay. Just gonna commit to it. Oh, the swallow, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, I'm doing okay so far. Maybe if I don't breathe, it'll help. It's like when you breathe in air, that's when it like hits your palate more. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, it's like slowly getting hotter. This is torture. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, breathing makes it worse. It's like going into my head right now. Why did I do this to myself? I think I might throw up. Like, I feel it in my ears. I don't think that works. It's not coming out of my nose. I do. My ears hurt. I'm not okay. I'm like slowly recovering, but every time I speak, it gets worse. Okay, I'm slowly recovering. I think I'm almost back to it. Nope. Oh man, just when I thought I was okay, I'm not. I'm just gonna like eat all these ice cubes. This is equivalent to literally eating a bite of a habanero, which I have done before, and I do not recommend it. And it completely wrecks your throat. Like, I literally feel like I could just breathe fire out of my mouth right now. That's just how hot it is. Like, it feels burned, like a spicy burn. And it keeps making me cough and my nose is running because it's so spicy. If you guys are interested in any of these hot sauces, I will leave down below in the description the name and the links to some of them, because some of them we did get online from the Heatonist or Amazon. If you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed hearing my answers to these flight attendant questions and seeing me torture myself with some of these hot sauces, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you want me to make this a series on my channel and ask some flight attendant burning questions and have my flight attendant friends come over after quarantine is done and we no longer have to social distance, definitely like this video and comment down below. If you have any extra questions that you want me to add to the series to ask my flight attendant friends, make sure to add that down in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Daily Departure and also ring the bell icon so you get notifications when I am posting new videos. I'm gonna go recover from this hot sauce and I will see you next time on the Daily Departure.